We've all experienced it. Either you're rebuilding a Lego set or starting a new mock, and you have to begin that long process of sorting all your pieces. And with all the massive things I build, no one knows better than I what that's like. So I made this tool to help me sort my pieces. It's got a pretty simple design, just 3 layers with different sized holes to sort the pieces. It is 3D printed, so hopefully that makes it accessible for a lot of people, and I'll put the link to the files in the description of this video so that you can make it yourself. Alright, let's see it in action. I'll just take a couple pieces, dump it in there, shake it around a whole bunch. And as you can see, the littlest pieces on the bottom, mid-sized ones right there, biggest ones on the top. So it works pretty well. There are a couple things that'll make it not work. For example, with a piece like this, you might end up with pieces inside that piece. Obviously those aren't going to get sorted and there's not much you can do. So you do want to take out all the big pieces like that. That's why I only did 3 layers, because I feel like once you get past this size, you can sort it by hand faster than you would need with this machine. As you can see, these are like the 2x2 plus sized here, so like 2x2s and 2x3s mostly is what you'll end up with in here. As you can see, there's some pieces that clearly could have fallen through the holes, but sometimes they just don't because of their orientation. Like, for example, these pieces here can, if they go just right, they can fall through, but just be aware that it's not going to sort perfectly. But it does work really well. As you can see, we've got all the 1 by anything pieces down here, which is the most important thing to sort out. This is usually the hardest thing to find, especially when I take this to Bricks and Minifigs, which is where I buy a lot of these pieces. Actually, I'm pretty sure almost all of these came from Bricks and Minifigs, and the 1 by 1, 1 by 2s are always the hardest to find. So that's what really makes this thing useful, is that you don't have to dig to the bottom to find them. You just take a scoop and it'll sort them all out for you. And because I'm going to be taking this to Bricks and Minifigs a lot, that's why I made it the small size that I did, just so it's something that's easy to carry around, not something that's going to get in other people's way or just be annoying to carry. It's just a nice, I believe it's 12 by 12 studs, if I remember right. So you can still sort a bunch of pieces. That is kind of an annoying thing. You can only put a few pieces in at a time, but I think since I'm going to be taking this around to different places, and if I was just using it in my own house, I might make it a little bigger, but since I'm moving it, I like the size that it is. When I did bring this to Bricks and Minifigs, something I noticed was it wasn't as helpful as I had expected. But that was actually my own fault. When I went the other day, I was mostly looking for dark tan and light gray pieces for my big castle mock, and unfortunately there's no mechanical way to sort by color, so for that reason having a sifter wasn't actually the most helpful thing, because I wasn't looking for sizes, I was looking for colors. So that's an important thing to remember, that if you're like building a specific mock and it has a lot of small pieces or something, then this will be great to help you find all the small pieces in those massive bins. But if you're looking just for general colors or general, not specific pieces for a mock, this might not be as helpful, but it still does work. Like after you've bought the pieces, if you want to sort them out, then this is a great way to do that. And I will say, when I went to Bricks and Minifigs, the very first time I scooped a bunch of parts and sorted it out, I did find this piece right here, which is a rare piece from like 2005, I want to say, that was only in like a couple sets, and it's a cool, like useful, greebly piece, so that was really nice to find. So it is really helpful, even if you're not, even if you're just looking for colors or don't have something specific you're looking for, it can still find you some really cool pieces. And as you can see, I have found a lot of really cool pieces from Bricks and Minifigs, as I wanted to show off in this video. I think I'll show you it sorting one more time. So as you can see, the layers fit together nicely like this. There's not very much friction at all. It'll fall apart if you tip it a little aside, but it fits really nicely. So you just pour the piece on the top. That's about the amount you want. Alright, so as you can see there, I kind of like to sometimes lift up the layers because sometimes there are pieces like this that would fall through, but obviously it's not tall enough, and that is kind of intentional to prevent a 1x10 to try and sort into there. I made it not that deep, but is still something I do when it's not sorting all the way. So as you can see, all the littlest pieces are right there. Mid-sized ones are all right here, and the biggest ones are right here. And looks like we got a couple hanging off at the bottom there. But yeah, it works really well. I like the size, it's very convenient, and yeah, it's a really nice tool. So if you already have a 3D printer, this is a great tool that only costs you a few dollars to make. I don't remember the exact price, but I'll write it in the description. If you don't have a 3D printer and you want to make this, it's going to be a little harder. I'd say your best bet is to start by asking all your friends if they have 3D printers, because I'm sure you could just pay them like 10 bucks and they do it for you. If none of your friends have it either, you could see if any local businesses do custom 3D printing. If not, there are some online options, but from what I was seeing, they were kind of expensive, so do your research if you want to make it. I have seen other Lego Sifters online, but I think this is the smallest one I have seen, and I like the small size, so you could probably find one on Amazon or something. Something I noticed that was interesting, I'm like the only one who did the square holes. Other people did circular holes, but I feel like square holes waste less material, so I don't know. I like the square holes, I don't know that actually matters, but anyway, I hope you've liked this video. If you want to go print this, just go check out that link in the description, and have a great day.